This video will show you how to demonstrate the differences between solar and lunar eclipses and all their subcategories. To create this demonstration, you will need the following materials: a tennis ball or tennis ball-sized object, a marble or marble-sized object, skewers and clay or Play-Doh or stands, a high or medium-powered flashlight or phone flashlight, and finally, a plain backdrop. Starting with solar eclipses, here you can see what a normal day on Earth would look like. The tennis ball represents Earth, while the marble represents the moon. In my case, I have small clay models. When a solar eclipse occurs, the moon actually passes between Earth and the sun. So to see this in the demonstration, we would move the moon in between the flashlight and the Earth. The moon will cast a shadow onto the Earth called the umbra, and you have yourself a solar eclipse. There are two types of full solar eclipse, total and annular. If you move both the Earth and the moon further from the sun, you will see a total eclipse, which would look something like this in real life. While if you move the Earth and moon further away, you would see an annular eclipse, which would look something like this. Though it is difficult to see in this demonstration without blinding yourself by staring at the flashlight, which I don't recommend. Moving to lunar eclipses, which are similar to solar eclipses, but instead of the moon casting a shadow on the Earth casts a shadow on the moon. In this demonstration, you would move the moon between the Earth and the plain background. Unlike solar eclipses, there really isn't a total lunar eclipse, even seen here in this demonstration, as we can still see the moon. Red visible light can still penetrate the Earth's atmosphere, which causes the moon to take on this ghoulish red glow, which looks like this to varying degrees of luminosity. Finally, there is one more category for eclipses, partial eclipses, where the moon or Earth only casts a shadow on part of the other. You can demonstrate these by placing the moon to one side so that the shadow only falls on part of it or the Earth. This is what a partial solar eclipse looks like, and this is what a partial lunar eclipse looks like. Under this category, there is a third, rarer lunar eclipse called a penumbral eclipse. This eclipse looks just like the top or the bottom of the moon has darkened a few shades, like this. Most people have no idea this kind of eclipse even exists, as it looks like a regular full moon to the untrained eye. This eclipse is very hard to demonstrate. This was a brief video of how to demonstrate eclipses to your students. From here you can discuss umbral versus penumbral zones, other moons and planets, tidally locked moons, and much more. Thank you for listening to my concept demonstration.